Hey, good morning, everyone. Steve Vincenter here, VIPIdaho.com. My girlfriend Jody Gray and I are establishing and building a what I call a multi-billion-dollar real estate business. We have assisted living, and we have single family, and then we have a group home. And my next step is to buy apartments, which we're working on right now. So I wanted to put a video real quick together, kind of discussing or sharing critical thinking. If you're in a position where you're in a growing pain, or if you've taken on what's going on around us, both locally and nationally, with politics and all that stuff, you have to start getting into critical thinking on how it impacts your life and where you're headed. I know that sounds kind of weird because everybody wants to know what's going to happen on Inauguration Day, especially with things that are going on and all this other stuff. I'm not going to get into the politics of it because I don't like that stuff. But I do want to share that each of us has a responsibility to live the life that we envision. Like when you wake up or you're on the weekends and you're relaxing for a moment, and you're having those what if conversations with people, like, what if this, or what if we won that, or what if we had this, or if you're watching a movie or a video on someone that's teaching you some things that's already made it, you think to yourself, what kind of a lifestyle do they live? You're envisioning something different than what you have because you're trying to figure out, what do they know? What have they done that I haven't? So critical thinking isn't being negative on, hey, that guy's, calling names, or, he's so mean or rude or whatever. Critical thinking is about, what am I not doing to get me where I want to go? What have I missed? It's kind of like filling out an application and you submit it and they reject it back at you saying you're missing items. It's not they're being negative on you. You've missed some information that they're looking for to approve your application. And critical thinking is about improving. It's about what have we missed? Asking questions outside the box of a process to figure out, how do we improve? How do we get better? So in your life, when you wake up every day and you're unhappy, or if you're happy but you're not where you want to be, critical thinking is about challenging yourself that maybe you don't have the skills that you thought you had to get you where you want to go. Maybe you have to acquire other skills, or maybe you have the skills that you need, but you need to do more networking because you need to build more advocacy, and you need to build out your brand or your business, or you need to connect with others to help you achieve, maybe your employer, or, so it's always about critical thinking to help you improve, to help you get where you're going. And then you have to be able to answer those questions honestly if you're going to truly grow. With the political environment, these critical thinking questions that I come up with are never going to be answered, because it turns into a political show that I don't want to play. I think it's unfortunate what's just happened. I can't imagine that there wasn't any illegal stuff taking place during our election. I don't know for sure, but it seems kind of odd. And I say this because, one hand, you may not like the president, but he has this massive following when he does these rallies, and another guy that hardly has anybody following him, even online, where the potential would be huge compared to doing a live rally. But either way, there's critical thinking no matter what we do, and the election is no different. But just caution, don't wrap your whole world around critical thinking of what happened. There's some pretty smart dudes out there on both sides playing a game, and that game can't be played by the average person. My whole goal on this is to redirect you to critical thinking on your life, where you're headed, the things that you're trying to accomplish, how do you get there, and that's part of where the mentoring part comes into play. I critical think constantly. I know Jody is constantly critical thinking on me, not negatively, but trying to challenge us on how to be better, more efficient with our time, how to be better efficient with our resources, and all that stuff. So at the end of the day, it's about the end game, or where we're headed, not so much about right in front of my face. So I wanted to share those tidbits with you. Appreciate the follow, appreciate you listening. Feedback is cool too. If you comment, add. If you disagree, I'm cool with that. But anyway, share if you think this is valuable. But critical thinking for improvement, critical thinking for challenging you to do better, and critical thinking to maybe help you expand or to improve your life for the long run. But keeping that vision in mind, keeping that goal in mind of where you're headed, and don't deviate, and enjoy every day. So Happy New Year. Hope you're off to a great start. I know I am, and I know we're going to continue to put more content, but I want to share some thoughts on critical thinking. Have a beautiful day.